You know what is so fucking annoying? When I have an idea, when I have an intuitive hit, and I'm like, oh my God, I should probably make a video about this and talk about it. But I'm also not confident in the information that I'm getting. So I don't share because although I'm open to being wrong, I hate being wrong. And I also have had experience on social media where I have said something and people, although I said it, they kind of didn't understand where I was coming from, and they ran with it and posted me on Twitter and they ate my ass up, and it was coming from my own people. But anyway, I just saw this video of this guy who's talking about how the slavery for black people, how black people were treated by white people shouldn't be called slavery. It was worse than slavery. And 100 fucking %, because I had this thought a couple days ago. And what's that thing that Michael Jackson said, that he would call his like engineers, his music engineers, his producers at like in the middle of the night to go make some music, because if they don't make the music right now, the idea is going to go to Prince. That's exactly what be happening to me. It happens to me one too many times. I literally had the thought the other day, I'm like, slavery has been in Nigeria, or not just Nigeria, but slavery has been in Africa for the longest time. Like, slavery has always been around because we still kind of have them. Even though we don't call them slaves, we might call them like maids and shit. It's still, let's call a spade, bitch. It's not slavery as bad, because when we think slavery, we think about that shit. But if anything, slavery is just made. It's just maids, the gate mans, because you're working for someone for little to no money just so you can survive. It's better than being on the street, so you do what you got to do to survive. That would be considered slavery. But what was going on was way past fucking slavery, bitch. Huh? They were killing, they were murdering, they were raping, they were beating, they were doing crazy things, drowning people. Hey, white people are weak at doing this. Is why I stay away from this topic. Because when you really get down to the nitty gritty, the fact that we are able to all just, in some sense, kiki with the white people, even the ones who are allies, that takes strength. Sometimes I feel like we're not letting go of it enough. But when you really sit down and dig that shit, we are doing the best that we can with what we have. Because that was some wicked ass shit. And this is why some people don't believe in karma, because they're like, if karma is real, how are all these people still living and breathing? And how is the whole world not black? Or just, you know what I'm like, sounds crazy, but how is this like, this is why people don't really believe in karma. And because they're still doing it. Just not as bad, but they're still getting away with certain shit. They're still getting away with murder shit because they still be killing niggas. They still be killing niggas. But sometimes I learn about, like, you come on social media and people will talk about, like, you'll watch a video about some, how they treated black people back in the day by mutilating them, or like just when you think it couldn't get any worse, bitch, it gets worse. Like, you think the thing that you know that white people did to black people is bad, but then you hear some new shit and it's like, what the fuck? This is way past hate and jealousy. This is just, yeah, maybe it's hate, but it's like deeper. Like, and that's why they say jealousy, someone can kill you because of jealousy. Because of jealousy. Because you know who black people are, so you just, why, well, they can't be all that, they closest to God, and and they the first human beings, or whatever the fuck. They start discovering shit and they start hating. Bitch, I would never even look at myself better than you. The only reason why I'm so, if you are black, be proud, be black, and be proud out loud, is because you gave us no choice. You gave us no choice. Now we have to be in that, because we would have never, black people would have never ever been in your face like, oh, I'm better than you because I'm black, X, Y, and the third. No, we would have been humble as can be. You are my brothers. I am your brother's keeper. Whatever, however that shit go. Like, yeah, you're white, I'm black, so what? You still my brother. You are still my brother because we come from the same source. Like, what the fuck? Black people would have never, we would have put them on game. But a part of me also thinks they're smart because we didn't know our power. Maybe they're not smart, we were just stupid, but they saw some shit. We didn't know the power that we had, and they were able to take our power from us, and they were able to do some shit. right? Something that we were supposed to teach them, and now you gotta beg for the crumbs. You gotta beg for the crumbs. When you look at when you're trying to learn about spirituality, I'm not gonna lie to you. Majority when I was having my spiritual awakening, a lot of the things that I was learning was coming from white people. And although I clocked it like, damn, but it's like not a lot of black people were talking about it. Not a lot of people were making, not a lot of black. Now, yes, but now I watch a little bit of both. I watch a little bit of both. I get a little bit of information from you. I get a little bit of information from everyone because they were the ones. And you can, like, sometimes I also think to myself, like, what about if they're teaching me the wrong things? Like, they're not teaching me X, Y, and Z, you know, like whatever they're teaching me is just false because they're still trying to keep me enslaved. The only reason why I think that is because at the same time, they can't help their people without helping. You know what I mean? Like, you can't put a YouTube video and be like, only white people watch this. So you just have to let go of the thought that, like, okay, other people are going, you know what I mean? I know it sounds crazy to think about, but yeah, like, yeah. I saw that video and I was like, see, sometimes, bitch, you just gotta trust your gut. But then again, I would have posted that video and it wouldn't have gotten anywhere. So there's that. But yeah, I've literally had the thought the other day, slavery has been around before slavery existed. Black people were already owning slaves. Where I come from, Benin, Edo State, Nigeria, they was slaving niggas in Nigeria. That's why a lot of people don't be fucking with the Edo State people, because we was greedy as fuck. Okay, our people was greedy and we had slaves, but we also had the things. You know what I mean? Like, we was also the thing. But yeah, like, crazy shit. Slavery has always been around, but what white people were doing to black people, it was inhumane. Actually, that was the word.